Hey guys, this is the 6th round of the Legacy Challenge. We are once again on the play and are hoping for, yeah, this is good enough. I'm gonna lead off with the, pretty sure I'm gonna lead off with the fetch land. Yeah. So the reason I'm leading off with the fetch land is there's a scenario where you go for Glimpse on the next turn with Quarian Ranger. And then if you want to use Quarian Ranger to untap Deathwatch Chain, you need another land in the graveyard. And if you don't put a land into the graveyard yourself, and your opponent puts one in, then there's only going to be a single one. Whereas if I also put a land in, there's going to be two. And yeah, that's just the only real reason for that. I guess we are up against Death and Texas, but we can't really tell. Like, this Plains looks like a Death and Texas Plains. I don't know, I guess it could be a Miracle player as well, we don't know yet. I wouldn't mind playing against Miracles just for a change, even though it's usually long and drawn out matches, and it's already getting quite late here in Germany. I don't... Okay, it is Miracles. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can get... Well, okay, there goes our Gadok idea. At least he doesn't have blue mana yet. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually mono blue, mono white control. Like, but then this would be snow covered. First of all, let's get in for some damage. And yeah, let's play this. Oh, that's exactly the card I wanted. Perfect. And then I'm gonna just try to put something together from this board position. It obviously depends on what he's... Oh, he's just gonna throw it out right away. Okay, then I'm just gonna bounce this. He doesn't even want to check top. That makes me feel that he really might not be playing Miracles, because he could find Terminus. But, yeah, okay, now he checks in the upkeep. Okay. But even then, if you find Terminus now, it feels like a pretty wasted sort. He already threw away 2 Swords of Plowshares, which is like a pretty big deal. Let's see. I'm just gonna get another one of those visionaries. Violet Symbiotes. It's kind of hard to say, like, which line of play is gonna be correct and which line of play is gonna be the wrong one against Miracles, because there's so many small things that can go wrong depending on what he has. Like, that's why I never really like the matchup too much, because you're working with just way too incomplete information, and you have a very hard time gathering more information, because even though you could play this card, the top of his deck is always going to be unknown, which is why Frozen Grip is such a great card against them, because like, you don't have the information yet, but you're just forcing him to basically reveal it by not having access to Terminus anymore. Yeah, I think one card is better than 1 damage. Okay. So, let's get in for this. Kinda wanna draw the card and use the Shaman. I mean, it's somewhat risky, because if he has a 3 on top, I'm gonna lose the Shaman. But on the other hand, I can put a lot of pressure onto him. I think I'm just gonna try. Also, if he doesn't have a 3 on top and he wants to counter this, he's gotta Forcifer, because he can't counterspell right now. So let's see. It's a bit unfortunate that our Glimpse is probably going to be stuck in our hand for quite a while until we find Green Sun Senate. Okay, is this going to resolve? If it is going to resolve, I'm going to immediately bounce one of my creatures, because if there's a Terminus on top that he's going to play next turn, I'm going to get one more Violet Symbiote activation out of the deal. And apparently there's not. Okay. Okay, now I could be in trouble if he has Snapcaster Mage, like quite big trouble. So let's see. Just gonna attack with those, and if he has a Snapcaster Mage, he's gonna Snapcaster the Wirewood Symbiote. He's gonna start to Plowshare the Wirewood Symbiote, and then I can bounce the Shaman of the Pack. Oh, Wenza. Okay. That's okay. He's gonna bounce this one. Technically, I could trade the Shaman for the Wenza. I'm gonna bounce this one. If he wants to trade those, that's fine, because then that's one less Wenza and Caracas I have to worry about. Okay. Yeah, it's gotta be like this. It's not ideal. I guess I could afford... Nah, that doesn't help. Does he know what's on top? Didn't keep track. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Brainstorm, yeah, that's a good start. Man. Even though I have the Cavern of Souls, the matchup can get quite annoying once they start chaining Snapcaster Mages, because then you fall behind tempo-wise, like, quite a lot. Okay, that's a great one. Let's see. Should I play a land first? Probably. I guess he doesn't have a 4, because if he had a 4, I could very well see him just playing Chase on his turn, instead of putting it back for Brainstorm. Even though it might be his way of playing around what he thinks could be natural order, I don't know. At least he's fetching, which is a good sign for us. Checking. Because if this works, I'm gonna Reclamation Sage the counterbalance, and then hopefully get there with Glimpse. Even though I could also Reclamation Sage the top. Nah, then he puts it on top, and then I get free reign, but there's a 1 on top. Sometimes it's correct to hit the top, but not here. Problem is, if it works out the way I want it to, I'm still in trouble. If he has... give me a second. If he has Terminus on top. So maybe I shouldn't commit too heavily. I just use this window to... Let's see. Actually, there's something I want to do. Yeah, use this window to generate a bit of card advantage. Because what I can do right here is to force him to use the top by replaying the Reclamation Sage, which forces him to draw a card, and then I know whether there's Terminus or not, and then I know how hard I can commit to the board or not. Okay, it's really awkward. Because using Reclamation Sage here requires me to untap this, replay this, then I'm out of mana, then this is untapped, then I can play a land and Llanowar Elves, and that's it. And if he actually has the Terminus, then I lose a lot of stuff, and I can only replay the Llanowar Elves. Should still be okay-ish. I could also just play this. And if he has the Terminus... I guess I could hit Cradle. Yeah, I think that's good enough of a reason for me to try, because then I can actually continue after a Terminus and maybe kill him on the same turn that he casts Terminus. Still not too excited about all of this. Oh wow, I totally forgot about that. Oh, well, okay. In that case, things are completely different now. I think I'm just gonna roll with this. I might actually go for this and then attack him for 1. And he also didn't, well, he didn't have 60 because he wants to top at end of turn, I guess. I could have tried to build a board, an even bigger board, or even kill him this turn, but I'm just really too scared that there might be a Terminus. And usually you shouldn't be scared of Terminus, but our current situation allows us to probably still be fine post-Terminus, if he doesn't do the dreaded Terminus counterbalance go. But we will see. Now he should Swords and Plowshares, right? Oh, what is he doing? Oh, Brainstorm, okay. That makes me feel that he really doesn't have Terminus, okay. I mean, the entire thing that he snapcasted makes me think that he doesn't have Terminus. And now he's gonna check one more time. I can attack for 6 next turn. I don't have Shaman anymore. Shaman of the pack, unfortunately, so I can't kill him right away. I guess I could find... Oh, there it is. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I could try and find... Hardcast Behemoth, but that doesn't matter anymore. Okay, I think... What do I want to keep? Do I want to keep this, or do I want to draw another card? I think drawing the card is what I want to do. Also, you should always wait for the trigger to resolve. But I guess it didn't matter too much here. Before you start evacuating your creatures. Okay, Ponder. Even if he goes Ponder into Counterbalance, we can Green Sun Senate that Counterbalance away again. So let's see. Just gotta remember that these can't find anything anymore. He didn't shuffle, okay. Let's just draw a card and hope that we're gonna hit Deathwatch Shaman, maybe. Okay. The thing is, you gotta find the balance between committing enough to put him under pressure and not committing too much so that whatever you would do would become suicide. Which is kinda hard, but I guess I got it somewhat figured out here. The only card I'm really afraid of at this point is Entreat the Angels. Because that's like Terminus plus win the game. Looks like he drew Cavern on Human, I would think. Wizard, okay. Well, yeah, so you can cast Vendilion Click. Okay, the Pendelhaven helps us out quite a bit. Oh, wow. Yeah. How crazy do we want to be? I don't know. Like, sometimes between all that, oh yeah, let's get some card advantage here, let's get something there, you really mustn't forget that you still gotta deal damage to your opponent. Especially, like, not especially, but first and foremost in and mostly in the Mercus matchup. In other matchups, oh, what? Why can't I place? Oh, okay, lag. In other matchups, it's usually less of an issue, but because Mercus can kill you out of nowhere, it's something you really should keep in mind. Okay, next turn we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I could just play the Packmaster. Yeah, that would be okay. Problem about it, Packmaster now is I should have played Packmaster after Cavern, I'm pretty sure. Because now you can counterspell it, and that's not... okay. Okay, perfect. So now we got him dead next turn. Needs please don't have Entreat. 4, 8. 4, 8, 16, 20. Entreat would kill us exactly. And this is why this deck is so incredibly stupid. Well, exactly as in for 20. I guess I should have gotten Ooze at some point to play around that, but there's not really too much playing around that. Why do those angels have to fly? Oh well. I guess I could have won it had I been more aggressive, but see, that's what I was talking about earlier on, like the hidden information that you have no way of accessing at all, and which is like super crucial. Like, had I known that he was on entreat, or like that entreat was coming up, I should have probably been way more aggressive, but that means I would have lost to Terminus, and since Terminus is even after the first Terminus, it's the much more likely card for him to hit. What can you do? I'm actually, even though like Eldrazi in itself is a rather stupid deck, I guess we can agree on that. Or not too stupid, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I can see that some people don't like it. I'm still happy that it exists because it beats up Miracles a lot. And that's just something that's really, really good for the format. I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. Maybe the second surgical is too much. I'm always torn between bringing in the second surgical and keeping it out, but we will see. Miracles, huh? I guess it also came back to bite me that I let the Shaman of the Pack die. Would have been so good in the late game. Well, that's as good as it's not as good as it gets, especially since it doesn't have any hate. But really, you should always try to avoid mulliganing too much with elves. I think I don't even need white after sideboarding. Oh, of course, there's Galactic, yeah, but I almost, like, when I see Caracas and when I see that it seems to be a legendary miracle list, I almost kind of like forget about Teak. It's just this nice to have thing that hardly ever matters because they have Caracas. Usually the only draws where Teak really matters are those where you get to, well, like this one maybe, where you get to apply pressure quickly when they don't have anything against it. But it's kinda hit and miss. And since it also can't attack, because it would be easily removed by Deathrite Shaman. Wow, is he spell piercing this? Oh, he's forcing it, okay. That makes me feel better. Force pitch counterbalance, okay. I hope he plays counterbalance now. Yeah, if you got a slow draw, and honestly, the more I think about it, this is really not the kind of draw that you would want Galactic in anyways. Yeah. That's pretty much the point. Like, if it's slow, it gives them so much time to find their unbeatable out in Caracas. Like, you can needle Caracas, but I guess it also wouldn't be like too awful, but yeah. It's also pretty random, like the scenario where you actually get to do that. It's very, very specific. It also requires you to, like, them not to have countertopped yet. So you're basically drawing the needle before countertop, so you're probably more likely to name top. And yeah, okay, anyways. So here's a card I'm happy for him to play. Okay, now please don't have... Actually, if you want to have Entreat on top... Nah. I'd rather not see him have Entreat here. Oh, come! I won the battle, but I lost the war. that's just miracles for you, man. This is... The thing is, he can't cast it, which is like super funny. I totally forgot about that. I just saw the card and I was like, oh, come on. Oh, well. Now, if he finds a white source here, he still gets to cast it next turn. So I'm still fucked, any which way you look at it. So, yeah, Flooded Strand. And I wonder what's on the top of his deck. Could it be? In German we call it der Endpunkt, Terminus. I think... Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this now. I guess he could... Oh, what is it in his hand? That doesn't make sense. It's probably a second copy. Snippet. Where's my snippet tool? Okay. Not gonna take the Terminus. kind of want to take the chase because of the card that beats me in the long run. Also, Snapcaster is also a huge beating because of double swords. But double swords is not that good against double glimpse. But chase is good against pretty much anything. And now that I know the Snapcaster, should go ahead and remove this right away. Is he gonna Swords to Plowshares here? Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Because now he gets to Snapcast the Swords to Plowshares. The Deathrite Shaman. So maybe we should have kept up. I just totally expected him to have the second Terminus on top. He's never gonna let me untap here, yeah. I expected to not be able to ever shut down the Snapcaster at all because of Terminus coming up. So I figured I better like use my Snapcaster, my Deathrite Shaman while I can. But considering that he wouldn't have, like if he casts Terminus on the next draw step, he doesn't have enough mana to Snapcaster back the Brainstorm anyways. So I guess I should have waited, so that was a mistake. Okay, so it's not horrible. So we still know about Swords to Plowshares, Terminus, and that's it. I like how its own activated abilities can be activated. Okay. Just give me a single creature. I mean, obviously, even if I put a lot of stuff to the table, he's gonna hardcast Terminus away pretty soon. Maybe I can draw out like a counterspell here and then a Forcible and yeah, something. This looks like a hardcast Forcible. It's probably the best value I can get out of a Glimpse at this point. A Glimpse again? Do I want a double Glimpse? Like, it's quite likely that he's gonna Terminus next turn. Yeah, but I like it. If I draw a second elf, or any elf, it doesn't even matter whether he Terminuses me next turn. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, that's at least 4 more cards drawn. So, okay, I've got 2 mana. Oh, that's now I'm gonna draw 5 cards. Oh no, I can't. Ah, I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter because well, it matters if I draw a Cradle of the Slanova Elf now. I guess I should do it like this then. On the other hand, if I hit a 1 mana elf, yeah, it's much better. Yeah, see. What? Yeah. Okay. So he's got Swords to Plowshares now. He can Swords to Plowshares the Wirewood Symbiote and or hardcast Terminus now. Or he might just, well, he's gonna need to Swords to Plowshares the Wirewood Symbiote sooner or later, I guess. And now that I have Thoughtseize, I can actually take away the Terminus or whatever else he has, and maybe just kill him with Shaman of the Pack. If he has nothing, I can just double Shaman. Is this Terminus? That would be crazy. The great thing about this is it's gonna give us perfect information because it can't trigger a miracle anymore. And if we see something that would stop us from winning this turn, we can just strip it away. So he would need like, he needs like 2 cards, Rare Tear, okay. Even more cards that don't matter now. Okay, Canonist and Swords. So do I actually get to kill him? Let's say I play, or let's say I tap these to get let's say Heritage Druid into play. Then I tap 1, 2, 3 to get these 2 into play. Then yeah, that should be enough. Where's my mana? Oh, lag. Okay. Well, the one thing no, there's nothing I'm actually afraid of at this point. Probably do it like this. Oops. Okay, and add black and green. Use this, undo this, bounce this, play this, and kill him. Okay. So what did we see? We saw, well, basically Red Havage was super expected. Like, they usually bring in 2 copies in a blind. And either Swan Canonist. I wouldn't hate taking it. It's just... I kind of want to take out a Glimpse. But... it's not like there's too much I want to bring in anyways. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with this. You could make a case for bringing in Thalia, because it's quite annoying for them. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with this. So the plan of this hand is to get an okay trade of the first Terminus. Like, trade these 2 away for a Terminus, and then extract the Terminus, and then play with perfect information of never ever having to worry about instant speed Wrath of God anymore, which allows you to commit much more heavily. They might still have something like Engineer Explosives or such, but we would at least know about that, and that's also easier to play around anyways. Okay, he shuffled. That's good for us. Especially since it was a first turn ponder, so maybe he didn't find land. We will see. I think I'm happy to throw away a Glimpse on the next turn. Another ponder. Should have extracted ponder. No. Didn't shuffle. Okay, land. Swords to Plowshares. Then I'm not gonna throw away a Glimpse. Okay, huh. So he doesn't have Swords to Plowshares, huh? Well, I guess I could try and find out with Surgical, but that would be terrible. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn. Oh no, I'm not gonna wait one more turn. I'm gonna go for Gadoktik right away, because if he wants to cast his Terminus, then he gets a Swords to Plowshares to take, and then we get a 2 for 2. Yeah. That now we get a 3 for 2, which is really cool. Like, I'm actually expecting Terminus to be on top here, but okay. Still okay. Like, getting Terminus here would be like pretty good for us, because then we get a 1 for 1 and get to extract it. Like, don't fall for the trick where you try to extract it when it's on the stack. In 80% of cases, you don't actually get to do that, because they have a way to stop the Surgical, so you should Surgical the Terminus as soon as possible most of the time. I kind of want to play the Nilrod, but I don't, because I think it's more important to put some actual pressure on him. And even just drawing cards is quite big pressure. I just wish I could Surgical something to see his hand. That would give me so much... Cradle would be great here. Oh, okay. That would give me so much valuable information. Did he put Terminus second from the top? Surgically Force feels so bad here, but now that I got 2, and I would know that... yeah, I think I'm gonna Surgical Force. Not because I want Force Gun, but because I want to take away a potential Terminus on top and get information about the cards in his hand. I think I'm fine taking out Force from his... Like, you don't actually always have to take away the cards that are there in his snippet tool. In his deck, because sometimes you're fine if he draws them, but overall I think it gives us a lot of strategic superiority to know that we don't have to fight Force of Will at any course of the game anymore. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's the card I was expecting. That's why I was one of the reasons I didn't. It was also like Chase was also kind of expected since he didn't really do anything and didn't have top. So most of the time when you see something like this, they are very often building up towards Chase, even though it's quite hard for him because Chase would immediately die if he doesn't +2. And then what's the whole point of the Chase anyways? Okay, Terminus in hand. So if he actually gets another Terminus, we can strip that one from his hand. The problem about Chase is, even though we get to kill Chase, Chase is going to put Terminus on top, and then he's going to have +1 card advantage of the... Well, then Chase dies, okay. And then he gets +2. Yeah, annoying. I guess I should try to get Ransom and Packmaster into play as soon as possible. Okay, and that's just his hand. So what about the deck mode? That's... I don't care too much about. Enlightened Tutor, he must really want this mode. Oh, Aethersworn Canonist, so also another good one. That card is really annoying. Double Caracast as I expected. Only 3 Thoughts to Plowshares, huh? Or did I remove one? No. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave this in the graveyard just to eat with the Deathwatch Shamans later on. If there's gonna be a later on. 2 Snapcaster Mages, okay. Yeah. The Chase is quite the annoying card, and knowing that he gets to draw another card now also doesn't help it. I'd rather see him stay on those 4 cards for the rest of the game. Terminus in his hand. Okay. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if he actually puts Terminus on top, he can surgical it away. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he +2s himself. +2 bottom. Okay. So what's the plan here? Playing the Nilrod doesn't accomplish too much. So I guess it's better to just get in for the full amount on Chase. And then just champion my dude. So right now his hand is Terminus and the Wear-Tear. The last card we don't know about. Yeah. So I wonder what... Yeah, he has to draw now. Everything else wouldn't really make sense. Guess I could remove the Ponder. Oh, there's no more Ponders left in this deck. Ah, okay. I just really don't want him to be able to Terminus here. Actually, if I wanna stop the Terminus... Yeah, okay. So I should surgical on this turn. And I should also surgical before the top, because he might find some counter magic on the top, but then it's second from the top. I think it's still... Or maybe he ultra next leveled me. So say I actually take the Terminus, like I take it to the face, but then there's only 2 left, so I wouldn't even mind too much about it. The 1 off in 3 is what's scary. Thing is, yeah, it feels like such a noob move. And most of the time random surgicaling is, but this isn't really too much of a noob move. I really want to take away the Terminus from his top. And he almost did like the perfect sequence. Well, sequence in quotation marks, because the sequence was finding Senses Dividing top of the Brainstorm when you put Terminus on top, so you can Terminus on my turn. Okay. Oh, he's got click. Oh, okay, so he could have even clicked himself. Oh, wow, that would have been devastating, because had I waited, he would have gone for the top. I would have respawned Surgical to stop the Terminus, then he would have clicked himself, or even brainstormed, and still hit the Terminus. So I guess it was quite right to do it this way. Actually, and did he click draw the Terminus? Then yeah, that's the only thing I could have seen him do. Like when Dillian click, draw the Terminus now, and then put it back next turn. But yeah. Okay, so now you got a top. Oh, and he shuffled away the wear tear apparently. Or did he? I'm so bad at looking at something while I'm also talking. I think I'm gonna go for this right away. Otherwise, he might get ideas to randomly click me and take this away. Thing is, do I want to trade a Deathrite Shaman and 5 damage for a chase, or do I want to hit him for 5? He's drawing now? Oh, come on. Oh, no, he's... Yeah, okay, he's trying to stop. No! Okay. So the craziest of all crazy moves would be to now float the mana, have the Visionary come into play. Oh, man. And then... draw a creature, go for Glimpse, play the creature, play a lot of creatures, but yeah. I was going for for 2 tactical surgicals, even though their main purpose is a strategical one. Anyways, okay, I'm losing too much time here. Okay. Probably should have taken the Ponder. I can draw Thoughtseize. I don't want to draw Thoughtseize. Couldn't even cast it. Okay. So next turn is gonna be quite okay if he doesn't find something crazy. It's quite annoying that Chase got to live. Like, the 2 surgicals I used were... The entire purpose was for him not to be able to find a Terminus in time. And since he now randomly found one, those 2 were in vain, which is really problematic, because I could have just like taken this and then removed it and played a much easier game. But I was seeing like some advantage in the short term, and thought I could ride it to a win before like the benefits of going for the strategical surgical extractions would outweigh those short term benefits. But they didn't. Plays another land. Oh, 4 cards. Oh. Probably put a 1 on the top. And he even has a Brainstorm if he needs to exchange something. Is that creature? Okay. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a Canonist. So the card I really want to draw here is Pendelhaven, because I'm gonna get Droid Abaddon, and if I draw Pendelhaven I can either kill the Chase or kill the Canonist, if he doesn't have something to interact with me. So Pendelhaven. That's not Pendelhaven. And now I can't really do it. Well, technically he might not have a 1-drop, but yeah, he probably has. I'd rather wait on drawing a Decay or something. Could have played one of the elves, but doesn't really seem like a place I want to be. I'd rather keep them for a glimpse. Actually, he hasn't used Chase yet. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, he's +2ing me, so I won't draw. Oh, he put something to the bottom. That's great. So now I can actually draw something in case I need it. I think I'm just gonna go with this. I'm also a bit short. Oh no! What the fuck, Julian? What time is it? It's 1:15. That's not even late. Yeah, okay, it is late. Oh my, that was so stupid. That was so incredibly stupid. Now I can't even play my Ooze anymore. Maybe he's gonna counterspell it. That would be amazing. That would make me feel like a genius, even though I'm a stupid idiot for playing it this way. At least, yeah, okay. I find it funny, but sometimes you get so caught up in the card advantage that he's generating and not being able to attack and stuff that you totally forget about that this card also has text. Every one of those brainstorms is so brutal. I really needed the Pendelhaven early on, but at this point it's probably too late for pretty much any card I could draw. Well, there's Pendelhaven. Okay. I mean, we still know he has Vendilion Click. Take Chase. Well, at least he had Vendilion Click at some point, so he could like click, bounce, and fog one of our creatures, but at least the other one gets to connect. Unless he has Snapcaster Mage, in which case... Bleh. Well, no, Snapcaster Mage doesn't matter because he doesn't... First of all, they have Swords of Plowshares, and also this shuts off Snapcaster Mage. Really? Like this? Isn't that crazy? He must have something, I guess. But if he has something, why wouldn't he use it before? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some. Oh, maybe yes. What's it called? No, he sided out Venser. I didn't see any Vensers. Oh no, there's still one Venser left in the deck. Okay. Oh, this guy. Okay. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Usually the game is the agreement is you don't use this, and I don't use this. And then they use this at your end of turn, and then you're like, oh, shit. But this is even better. Okay, so at this point, there's almost nothing I can do anymore. I can try, but try is probably not gonna be good enough. The card advantage just is too much. Like the entire game, well, actually you can't say it evolved around the two Surgicals because he never even found another Terminus anyways, or needed, we never even put in a position where he would need another Terminus. But yeah, that's just like the general thing. Like, you gotta know what you want to use your Surgicals for, and we used it for the short-term benefit, which we just couldn't put together, and then we're losing out even harder in the long term. So, yeah. Okay, library, huh? But we can't really play everything. Gonna go with the library here. Cast, okay. Brainstorm puts a 2 on top. The problem is now he gets to use, well, it's not the problem, but like one of the issues that's gonna come up now is he's gonna kill the Dryad Arbor, or gonna try to kill the Dryad Arbor at end of turn, then we can save it, then he untaps and just kills it again, and for good. So what we're trying to draw here is running a Replicase, and then we're still going to have a really hard time beating him. I guess the first step would be a Replicate, then Needle Chase, and then hope that he doesn't have anything to stop the Needle. Because as long as Chase is running, you don't really recover. You can just try to catch back up, but you're never going to get there. It's like what's the card? It's I don't remember. There's a classic Greek comparison about running. It's about chasing something, and even though you believe you're getting closer, it's actually moving further away from you, and it's quite heartbreaking. Okay, since we can't even play a spell anymore. Okay, guys, actually I'm gonna spare you the rest of this, because this has like a 2% chance or 1.5% chance of even getting anywhere, and since our opponent is holding 7 cards, even though he's gonna put back 2, it's just a too unlikely scenario to ever come back from this. So thank you so much for tuning in. Unfortunately, we aren't live for top 32 anymore, so I'm not gonna put in the last round, and instead just gonna head to bed. So thank you so much for watching this. I'm kind of sad it didn't work out better. Like, this deck has been performing incredibly well ever since I picked it up. And if you're on this website or on my YouTube channel, you probably know this. But sometimes that's just how it goes. I gotta say, I didn't play perfectly well. Yeah. I actually made some quite horrible mistakes. I hope you had a good laugh about those. I know I did, and I'm probably gonna have later when I edit these videos. So, have a good time, and see you next time.